Hello Aries, how are you? It's me, Lauren B with the Untitled Tarot. Welcome back to the Magic Forest. We're here to do your weekly reading. We are going to use a different deck for you today. It is a very, very special deck. I got it as a gift from a dear, sweet friend of mine, and it is so beautiful. It is so perfect. These cards are so big. They're the biggest tarot cards I've ever seen. I might actually do a little video about this deck, but just a fun fact, a thing I love about this deck is that there are female equivalents for all of the court cards. So for every page, there is a lady page. For every knight, there is a lady knight. And there's also 3 extra major arcana cards, which I think are really fun. Irregardless, Aries. I think that I caught you in a little bit of a love triangle. I'm not gonna lie. Hate to spoiler alert it, but here's what we got going on right now. First of all, Aries, I feel as though you are very much in your masculine energy right now. So that is something to be mindful of. That could be in perfect alignment for you. It feels very masculine heavy though. So you might want to consider bringing in a little bit of that soothing feminine energy, a little bit of that nurturing kind of, get a plant, water a plant. That usually helps me. Moving on. So Aries, to start out your reading, we have the King of Swords. Look at this King of Swords card. And we have the 2 of Cups. So this is very interesting to me. So when I pulled out these cards for Aries, it seems as though you're a little bit on the defensive, right? 2 of Cups, that's loving, that's soulmate energy, right? The thing is that I asked Lauren, is Aries defending an already existing soulmate relationship? And I thought, maybe Lauren. But I was like, Lauren, is Aries defending like the ideal soulmate love situation? Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. That might be it. It's the ideal for you. It's the idea of what your ideal relationship, partnership, give and take looks like to you, right? Because it feels, being in that masculine energy, it feels very independent. It does, but it does feel like you have a lot of attention around you. Not surprising with all that wonderful Aries energy, but that you're being really, really particular about like what you pour into these cups, because it seems like this is what you really want right now. Oh my God, it's a spider. Don't kill it, because spiders are good omens. They mean money, but also we don't want them on our cards. Go away. Not too far away. Oh, I think I stunned him. He's fine. He's playing dead. He's alive. Okay, moving on. It's a lot, it's a lot of nature out here, folks. But it seems like you're really sitting here, Aries, kind of like being very particular about what offers you are and are not taking right now, which is good. Now, next below you, which is interesting, we have 2 knights of differing suits. We have a Knight of Swords and we have a Knight of Wands. So we have a knight that brings in messages, offers that are very straightforward, very truthful, right? We also have maybe a little shiny, might be coming off as a little bit of a knight in shining armor kind of vibe, right? And then conversely, we have another knight. This is a Knight of Wands. This is a knight of passion, right? He might not be so flashy, maybe he doesn't have all this silver and stuff going on, but all this gold, heart of gold, right? And all of this passion. Now, keep in mind though, that one red leg, they both kind of have one leg in, and then where's the other leg? Out? I don't know. But this one is, with that white and silver, it's a little bit of, I don't want to say it's more of a pure intention than say this knight, but with this red, it's telling me that there is more of a sexual element. It doesn't mean that it's not sincere, the rest of it. It just means that it's a different approach, right? But they're coming head to head. So it seems like, Aries, I'm going to be honest, like you have 2 separate suitors of equal rank, but of different suits, right? So socially probably very similar, financially probably in similar places, right? But they're different kinds of people, probably both good people, they're both nice, but different kinds of people, right? And you're up here, they're kind of going head to head with each other, and you're above them kind of guarding this 2 of Cups, this soulmate energy. It feels a little gladiator-esque, right? Now moving on, we have the 10 of Pentacles and we have the 6 of Pentacles, right? This is absolute ultimate stability right here. This is a give and take. And it's interesting the way that they are falling out underneath these particular knights. So like I said, that knight in shining armor, right? That Knight of Swords, very, very honest, very truthful, can, got all the bells and the whistles kind of thing, seems very pure of intention. It seems like the one of them is offering you this 10 of Pentacles, right? This stability, like this is what it is. Like, I'm being honest with you. Like, you see, I'm very pure of intention. I'm on my white horse. Like, I can provide you this stability, right? Meanwhile, conversely, you have this guy, and he's like, hey, oh, just as a side note before I forget, because I was saying your feminine energy, this horse, I'm sorry, it just jumped out to me. This horse is kind of pink. This horse is kind of pink. If you've been like being drawn to pink lately, pink is the color of Archangel Muriel, and she helps with loving, peaceful, and compassionate relationships. So I was just very drawn to the fact that this horse was kind of pink, and I thought of maybe not using enough of your feminine energy, and maybe, so you might want to just say a little prayer to Archangel Muriel. She's once, twice, 3 times a lady. I promise you, we love her around here. But going back to what we were talking about, so it seems like this Knight of Swords over here is offering you this 10 of Pentacles, right? Like ultimate stability, like blah, blah. But then you have this one over here. And maybe he might not come off like with all the bells and whistles as the other guy, but he's offering the 6 of Pentacles. That's a give and take. That's more of a reciprocity, right? So it seems like I said, equal knights, different suits, offering both 2 good things, right? Ideally, you would like to have both of those plus the 2 of Cups with one of them, but it seems like one of them's offering you stability and one of them is offering you a little bit more passion and like a little bit more of a give and take, right? So this is where we are right now, in the midst of your love triangle. And meanwhile, your energy feels very independent and separate, like you're kind of above them, guarding, like you're guarding your heart, guarding your 2 of Cups, and they're kind of like trying to duke it out with each other, going head to head. So I have a feeling they know each other, because it feels like they actually are going head to head. I don't know if they're getting into like a parking lot brawl or something, but there is a sense that these 2 parties know each other, right? Because they're, like I said, it's like equal status, just different suits. So there's something in that for you. Moving on. We have the 7 of Wands, right? Defensiveness, and it falls right in between all of you, really. It falls in between these 2 knights, offering different things. So not only are they feeling defensive against each other, but this is also in between, in the middle of you as well. You feeling defensive of your own stability, of your own throne and your own crown, right? Your own cups, right? You feeling very defensive of that. And then next out, we have the 7 of Swords, which is a little bit of sneaky behavior, right? So there could be, I don't feel like you're necessarily being sneaky. You might be coming off sneaky if you're moving a little bit in silence, which I'm getting the impression that you are. You're not saying a lot about what you're doing, which might actually be increasing the defensiveness in the situation. Even though you are the King of Swords, there's something about that. It's something about half-truths. Are you telling half-truths? It's like, you might be saying something like, I don't know what I want to do, like, blah, 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 but, like, maybe not, like, giving the other half of the truth of, like, well, I need time to figure it out. Like, there's something in that. But there's also something with these little knights down here are also being a little bit sneaky and a little bit defensive, I think, in... If not their actual, the spider's fine. He's still crawling all over everything. We're just going to let him go. In their dealings with each other, but potentially in their dealings with you. There's just like a lot of like sneaking around, like trying to find a loophole, like trying to like end up the victor here, right? But meanwhile, you're here as the Queen of Pentacles now, right? And you're sitting there and you're like, I got my pentacles, like I got my stability, like I got my shit, like I don't need, it's like these little pages, right? And you're a queen, little pages with little offers and little pentacles. And you're like, I already got that, been there, done that. Like I did that last week. We're good. I'm a queen now. I don't need to do this. Whoop. 8 of Pentacles, right? Because you're working on something else. And what are you working on? What are you working on, Aries? We have the 5 of Cups. We have the World. And we have the King of Cups. So like I said, you're up here kind of dodging offers, not really sure what you want to do. May the best man win, right? And they're offering you different things. Everybody's feeling a little bit defensive. You're like, I don't know about either of you, and they don't know about each other, and they're not really sure what you're doing. And everybody's feeling a little sneaky, and everybody's kind of looking at each other like, what the hell is the deal here, right? And meanwhile, you're sitting here like kind of pretty, and meanwhile you have this 8 of Pentacles like trying to figure out like, do I want to work with this one, do I want to work with that one, like do I want to work by myself, like what, I don't really know what I want to do. And you're sitting in that King of Swords energy, like I said, that masculine energy, trying to make those decisions, being a little defensive over your cups. Ooh, something in that for you, And then we have the 5 of Cups. And this process, this is 5 of Cups. So this is like spilt milk, right? So this is everybody, I feel like, in this situation feeling a little bit of like, woe is me, spilt milk. Like, it's almost like, did I waste my time? Was this a waste of an investment? Like, should I even bother putting in time here? Like, should I, there's an energy there of that, like everybody just kind of being tired, a little bit tired, right? But next up you have the World card. Can we just talk about how beautiful this World card is? Okay, we talked about it. It's gorgeous. And then we have the King of Cups out. So that's saying, it's like, how do I want to put this? How do I want to put this, Aries? Spirit, help me. You're so frustrated with the situation, Aries. And I feel like the other parties are also kind of frustrated, but there is a lot of like machoism, you know what I mean? There's like a lot of like bravado, like a lot of like showboating, you know, like a lot of ego going on here. And meanwhile, it almost feels like you're trying to stay out of it. And it seems like the more that it's happening, the tenser, the more defensive, the more sneaky, the more like pushy it feels like these knights are being. It's pushing you into a state where you're like, maybe I should just kind of just ditch them both. Like maybe I should just start over, right? And with the World card here, that's kind of telling me that what's happening is that you're probably just going to spill up the rest of these cups or not try and gather up what you can in them, and instead start a whole new cycle. It seems to be the advice. And the way that you're going to do that is, again, with your masculine energy, but this time instead of swords, right? It's cups. So it's emotion. So it's getting in control of your emotions is what you're going to do, because, you know, you're the King of Swords. So like you can make logical decisions. You're the Queen of Pentacles. So like you can obviously like take care of yourself, and that's amazing. But right now it's saying what you need to do is, in order to really have like this new cycle that you want, is that you're going to have to get a little bit of control of your emotions. And that includes having to get in touch with them, right? You have to bring in that feminine energy to kind of get back in touch with like what you're feeling, right? Because it feels like your mind and your heart are a little bit detached, and that's why you're having a hard time making a decision. So you need to get back in touch with your feelings, and then once you do, you need to get a hold of them. You need to get in control of your feelings, right? And once you do that, like I said, you're going to be able to figure out what you want. And what I think, and like I said, it's your life, this is a general reading, but it seems like the advice here is that the answer is neither. You know, personally for me, when, you know, there was ever a time where I was like torn in between two people, like, you know, you end up in those situations, that usually it ends up being neither. And that's kind of seems to be what's going on. And you're going to have to bring in a message about that. You're going to have to be honest with them about that. Whether it's just like, hey, I really don't know what I want to do, and I really just like need more time to figure it out. Or if it's like, hey, it's going to be night A or it's going to be night B. Or if it's like, hey, it's neither. It's literally me. I'm choosing me, and that's it. And this is a night. This is a lady night, right? But also delivering swords or truth, delivering that truth, but from your feminine side, right? Not as your King of Swords energy, but from your feminine side, meaning that you're incorporating kindness and compassion in the delivery. This horse in the delivery, it's a white horse, a pure intention, right? Pure of heart when you deliver this message of truth. But what they're saying is, if you do that, you have the 9 of Cups. So there is wish fulfillment for you on the other side. And remember how I said in the beginning there were 3 extra major arcana cards in this deck? What they are faith, hope, and charity. And you got the faith card. This card is so beautiful. And what it's saying is, when you stop, collaborate and listen, work in your feminine energy, get control of your emotions, and figure out what you really want, which might just be a clean slate. With the World card, it's telling me what that is. Once you're able to deliver that message, right, in a kind way, in an honest way, but in a very kind way, there is wish fulfillment for you on the other side. There is happiness. There is this 2 of Cups energy, but you're gonna have to have a little faith, right? Which you might be struggling with because maybe neither of these nights really made the cut or whatever it was, you know, but that there is wish fulfillment for you if you have faith, right? And how are we going to do that? We got the Chariot and the Hermit. It's that sense of you're going to have to go in, and then you're going to have to go back out to have that faith and find this wish fulfillment for yourself. And you had out the Lady Page, And the regular Page of Wands. Wands are passion, right? You're in all this air energy, but you're a fire sign. You're a fire sign. And so this is what you want. And again, equal. This is your feminine and this is your masculine side. Together, equal, balanced, working together on a new path. Pages are like students, right? It's getting on a new path and making your way little by little. So like I said, we're gonna go in, get a hold of our emotions. We're gonna express the truth of what we really want for ourselves, even if it's a hard truth, but we're gonna express it as kindly as we possibly can. And then we're gonna go out, back into the world, Aries, back into the world. And we're gonna get our wish fulfillment, right? From a balanced place where we're really not just following our logic, but also our heart, right? And our passions. Things that really, I mean, you're a fire sign. If who you're with or what you're doing or the people you're surrounded by aren't like filling you with joy and that spark of passion, you're a fire sign. You'll leave. You'll get bored and you'll leave. And so this is you going out on that journey, passionate, ready to find what is really going to make your heart sing, but from a balanced place. And then you have death in reverse, because it is a rebirth. There is a rebirth assured for you. It's probably not with either of these nights, but there is rebirth. There is wish fulfillment. There is soulmate energy. There's the Chariot. There's balance. There's a rebirth. There's everything for you on the other side of it. And it's not gonna, and well, what's on the other side of it is going to bring you the opposite of what you've had here, right? Which is disappointment. Disappointment from both of these nights, which is why you've had to be so independent, why you've had to be so much in your masculine energy to like take control and take the reins of your life, right? But now it's time to bring that passion back in. Now it's time to bring that love back in. But you have to tap back into your emotions so that way you can figure out what you really, really want, right? And like I said, when we deliver this truth, we're gonna do it in the most kind way, like one can hope, right? But with this Three of Swords, it's saying like, you're gonna break some hearts, Aries. You're gonna break some hearts. And so it goes, right? But as long as we're being honest and as long as we're being kind, you are entitled to this rebirth. You are going to get your wish fulfillment. It's just you're going to have to go back out there and get it after you go back in. But don't be discouraged. Don't tie yourself up because you're afraid of disappointing people or hurting someone's feelings or both of these nights' feelings when you're like, listen, it's neither. It's me. It's just going to be me, right? Because Ace of Wands, you're ready for a new, passionate beginning. Something new, something fresh, something that's more in alignment with who you are. Something that provides you the 10 of Pentacles, provides you stability. The 6 of Pentacles also provides you reciprocity, a proper give and take. Not just, I do this for you and you do that for me, but also an emotional reciprocity, right? That I can count on you, right? For emotional support, and you can count on me for emotional support. It is soulmate energy. So, it's a hell of a read, Aries. It's a hell of a read. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you guys need anything, you let me know. You let me know, baby. All of my information is in the description box. All the decks that I use are in there. My email for personals, all my stuff's in there. Thank you guys for all of your subscriptions and all of your likes and participating in the little tent untarot. We love you here. I'm very appreciative of you. And I will see you next week. Good luck with this. Be nice. I'll see you later.